DVD, two brothers' alphabetical journey through our DVD collection that could fill a charming little bookstore.
Ooh.
I'm Josh.
I'm Noah.
And today we're talking about You've Got Mail.
Oh, you have got mail.
You have got mail.
Yeah, how does that sit with your English major?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You have got mail.
That's on AOL more on this movie itself.
No, I know. We'll get to it, but it's like they do show it correctly at one point.
Yes.
I had to go back. I'm like, there it is. There's the grammatic, correct part.
Yep. So it's 1998's rom-coms.
Which, I actually put this a little earlier, but then you pointed out, like, no, that bumps into Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like,
so this is the final trilogy of the Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan rom-coms of Joe versus the Volcano, Sleepless in Seattle, and this. Yes, most people forget Joe versus the Volcano.
It's like, the culmination of all that.
Of all these stories.
Mm-hmm. Right here,
right now.
And I'm going to have fun because a lot of this is very dated
what?
now. I know.
No, as people still act this way, work this way, computers look this way. Yeah. But directed by Nora Ephron. She has done Sleepless in Seattle, Michael, Julia and Julia. She has a type of doing movies. She does good in what she does.
Yeah, little rom-coms.
She also wrote it, but she wrote it with also Delilah Ephron, which I'm assuming is her sister. They also wrote When Harry Met Sally, Bewitched, and Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Bewitched.
I know that one is like, I'm a Clippers fan. Yeah, so it's also based off of several other things. The original Hungarian play from the 1930s, which I'm not going to say the original title, but it translates to perfumery, or where you buy perfume.
Where you buy the
I
perfume.
think that got translated and redone as the shop around the corner. Maybe they make a reference to that in this movie. But those are more of two co-workers who hate each other, not realizing they're writing each other secret love letters. I don't know how that works. I haven't seen them. So, but yeah. Starring Tom Hanks as Joe Fox. Do you want to play the game? I think we've done it before.
Ooh, have we had a Tom Hanks before this?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Forrest Gump?
Not one. Yes, Forrest Gump. Yes.
No.
It's the third one. Sorry.
Saving Private Ryan?
Nope.
Castaway?
Yep.
And Apollo 13?
Big. Yeah, they went older on it. So yeah. Meg Ryan plays Kathleen Kelly, which I'm trying hard, definitely not to say Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah.
She is totally in charge of Star Wars, and she's not going to screw it up.
She sold her bookshop and then was put in charge of all of Star Wars. But let's play Meg Ryan's game.
Wait. Is Meg Ryan still acting?
I feel bad about it. She kind
of... French Connection?
Nope.
Actually, Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle. Yep.
Joe versus Volcano.
No.
I don't know enough Meg
When
Ryan.
Harry Met Sally and City of Angels.
City of Angels.
Yeah, so it's three rom-coms with three different men. It works.
Is City of Angels a rom-com?
It's more of a drama. That you think about. There's less comedy in that. And just more
I know it's got Nicolas Cage, so maybe it's funny.
Comedy. But he's an angel.
I'm a sexy angel. Huh?
Sexy angel. Okay, and then they chose Greg Kinnear as the third villain as Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank Navisky. He's in it as good as it gets. Little Miss Sunshine and Sabrina. So. He's a role in Sabrina. I would have chosen Mystery Men or something, but
dang.
So book superstore magnate Joe Fox and independent bookstore owner Kathleen Kelly fall in love in the anonymity, that's a fun word,
inanimate
of the internet, both blissfully unaware that he's trying to put her out of business. No, she's aware that he's putting her out of business.
She's not blissfully unaware that
she's blissfully unaware that he
loves
him.
Yeah,
but
no. Bad use of language.
Where my brain would go with blissfully unaware in this anonymity of this.
Yes.
But just 90s rom-com.
This is, I feel like, because I was going back through my zeitgeist of Tom Hanks, like, I feel like this is one of the last times we see Tom Hanks using his 80s comedy style.
Charm, yeah. This is where you joked about have we seen Meg Ryan in a while. This is where he's starting to transition out of comedies and romance, and he's starting to do Forrest Gump and Apollo 13 and then Saving Private Ryan. He is now going into other things and gets a bigger career. And Hollywood said, Meg Ryan, you're getting old. We're getting rid of you.
Yep, which is a shame.
I don't know if that's actually what happened, but that's what I feel has happened. So, Because I haven't seen her in a while, and I looked at her IMDb, and there's a huge gap. I don't know if she had a family. I don't know if she took a break. I don't know. She's not right. Yeah, not right.
But yeah, we intro into computing booting up sounds and the old internet sounds.
Oh yes, the old. This is how the internet killed us every day. And then the computer graphics of the 1990s.
I just put
SimCity, 1995.
I was like, the intro is rendering.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's buffering. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, no, we zoom in on Meg's apartment.
Yep.
You know, I was gonna say, it's like, this is not how I would like to be woken up by someone coming in and screaming about the newspaper.
Yeah,
that's what
Greg Kinnear's.
Comes in. He goes, the downfall of civilization, computers. I'm like, this is by '98. This is not really brand new.
Yeah, no, the fact that we're using the actual internet and chat rooms means we've gone beyond this.
But yeah, he's it's almost like he just kind of comes in to yell to wake her up, and then he leaves for work. And I have to laugh at Meg Ryan kind of checking to see if he left. Meg Ryan runs like a toddler with a full diaper. She's just gonna
pop up. But yeah, this is where we get the idea of an emotional affair, kind of thing.
Yeah, because I would say, it's like this. I mean, and then they do address it.
They do address it. They talk about it in the store later. But both Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan are having an emotional affair with a complete stranger that they don't know who.
Yeah,
it
because
is.
they're obviously. It's like that thing is like, if you have to hide it, it's wrong.
You know it's wrong. Yeah, if this. That question of, is this okay? It's like, well, then why are you checking that he has fully left before opening your email?
But we get the name of the movie. You've got mail.
Yeah,
because that's what. Back in the day, you actually had to hook up to the internet and open up an app to see if you had email.
Yeah, and then it would talk to you if you were part of the AOL club.
Yes, that's America Online.
Yes. So, and then we also see Tom Hanks doing the same thing with his significant other being all
he
frazzled.
Has a dog, and I mean, it is doing what very much what rom-coms did definitely in the 90s of, you're not supposed to like their significant other because you want to paint the protagonist in the best light. It's like, well, I mean, I would also be detached from this person.
Yeah, and it's something that they've adapted for this movie. The original play, and I think the original Shop Around the Corner, they were single.
Yeah.
So this adds a little element of, we have to first break you guys up,
right?
So you two can get together,
right?
But yeah, we get them saying, we get some backstory of they met in a chat room.
Yes,
they're emailing each other.
There used to be things called chat rooms where you go in and talk to strangers.
Well, I mean, it's even just to talk to someone through email is not something you would do anymore. I mean, if you were to make this today, it would be a little bit harder, but it would be using like Tinder or Hinge or Bumble and somehow have an anonymity filter on it.
I was like, I don't think you could do
because
this
it would
story
be
like this. I mean,
it'd be on an app on your cell phone.
Someone's come up with an amazing app where you can just talk to a stranger and then you connect to them. That's like, a lot of this.
It's like that Love Is Blind, but in an app form. It's like, no one would do that.
But I mean, and then we do one of many montages of music and scenes.
Using the quintessential 90s romance music of the day of the Cranberries going,
yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of 90s music, but there are at least 4 music sequences. This is to show how close they are in their daily lives to each other.
New York is starting its day.
Things are opening up, and we have Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's in this movie. I know. So I have no problem with Dave Chappelle's character. Dave Chappelle plays his character perfectly. Just me knowing Dave Chappelle's comedy, what he did before this movie, what he did after this movie. This is like, what the heck are you doing in here?
I mean, I think Bob like, Dave, do you want to work in a Tom Hanks movie? And he went, I want to work in a Tom Hanks movie.
It might be him like spreading like his repertoire. It's like, maybe I could be a serious actor too. Yeah. And it's like, he could have. He just never got any more roles beyond this. And
of all the tertiary characters, I don't understand his. I mean, he's obviously like,
he's the manager of the new store.
I'm assuming
he's like Tom Hanks is like number 2 basically.
Yeah, and it's just. I mean, it is that very much that 90s.
Friend,
like,
I guess
everyone needs. Like a buddy.
And it's the 90s, so he's going to be a sassy black guy, too. So it's is true. That is the stereotypical of the time.
But we're basically setting up that Tom Hanks' character is basically the head of Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, it's the head of Barnes & Nobles, and he's setting up a new shop that is going to change the neighborhood.
And this, I mean, very much of the time, and it's almost laughable now. Of that, back then Barnes and Nobles were popping up everywhere and putting little shops out. I have to laugh that Barnes and Nobles are going put out business because
Amazon and digital media. It's like
that would be the story.
If this was today, this wouldn't be a problem. But they would both be out of business.
If there's like a sequel to this, it's Tom Hanks being put out by an Amazon person, but he's actually in love with the Amazon
person. Yeah. So Meg Ryan's place is called The Shop Around the Corner, which is obvious a reference to one of the earlier adaptations.
We're setting up like who are these people. You also get to meet Tom Hanks's family, his dad.
All the Fox, we get the 3 generations of Fox men. His dad is the CEO of the company. His grandfather was probably one who founded it. They all have interesting, poor relationships, basically.
Well, and it is that kind of thing that's set up as like, if you took this out of the comedy sphere of Tom Hanks, should not like his
parent, his parent and his grandparent.
There's definitely a conversation later we'll talk about when he's on the boat. But it's like, no, these are not healthy relationships. It's amazing that you have any semblance of what a relationship should be like.
And we get a reference that the grandfather knew Meg Ryan's mother. But we get an idea of like why Meg Ryan's shop should exist. It's the personal touch. She welcomes everyone in by name. They all know her.
Everyone's excited.
She knows the regulars.
In between that, we get some more email exchanges. I mean, and it's very hard to kind of talk about because they are almost like these vignettes of getting to know. Is like she says, you should read Pride and Prejudice, and you see him reading it, and he's like, well, Starbucks sucks,
and all these interchanges with their voiceovers. I love. She told her coworkers like, we don't say anything personal, and the very next email Tom Hanks writes is, my dad's getting married to this woman named Veronica or something like that. It's like, wow, way not to give any personal information there, Tom.
Listen, it's New York. There could be a million Veronicas being married to, but no.
Yeah, and I laughed because of the English major in me. I made the same face Tom Hanks did when I had to read Jane Austen. She's a great author. People love her. Not for me. Not my cup of tea.
No, it is of a time.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's like if you hear the story, it's great, but to like actually, it's like reading like Charles Dickens.
Yeah,
it's like no, there's a story there, but you got to get through.
There's some of them. It's like there's some classic authors I love. There's some I don't.
Yeah.
I also a moment in time that made me go, oh, we've gone beyond that. I don't think you can get a cup of coffee for $3 in New York.
No, I'm sure you cannot.
We can't get it
I don't
here
think you even look at a cup of coffee in New York for $3.
So.
But Meg is in denial about her impending doom.
Yes.
We get to meet some of the people in her orbit. We know that her boyfriend Frank likes old things.
Well, and one of the things he loves is old typewriters, and I'm not entirely certain that Tom Hanks didn't force this into the movie because he loves old typewriters. He collects them.
Yes, he does.
So he probably either lent one of them. But yeah, it's like her little shop has 4 part-time employees or 4 employees in the heart of Manhattan. She was doing very well.
Well,
before this, apparently.
This is very much the Friends thing of like when you look at her apartment and
I was thinking her apartment too.
Like I mean, not saying you're, I was like, I have no reference, but I feel like you're not doing awful.
Yeah, no, I was like, I don't know if it's because, very much like the other guy, it's ring controlled, if you have the ability. It's just all these things of, you're doing well. And I guess this is like, okay, yeah, you are on a thin margin and having this giant bookstore put you out of business, but I don't think you were as bad off as we.
This was like a memory that I was like, it didn't pan out. I really believed in my heart there was like a very deep C plot where that guy and the assistant girl got together and like the whole time he was like talking about his rent control. Like it was his way of saying, why don't you come move in with me?
Nope.
I was like, that must have been a different movie, or I just wrote a better script.
Where that is like, because he doesn't really do much.
He doesn't.
I mean, whereas the assistant part-time girl who's from like Miss Congeniality, and the older woman who's like a motherly figure, they do something. It's like he doesn't. So
no, he's
just
a low rank.
He's a little stoner guy, So.
But yeah, no, and
then Joe gets his day out. Am I skipping ahead?
No. Tom's on a boat.
Yeah, Tom's on a boat.
And
oh god, yeah, the stepmother.
The stepmother. It's like, well, that's
creepy,
and awkward.
She goes for the full kiss, and
which. Those don't pay off either.
There's 2 references. She tries to go for a full kiss, and then she gropes his inner thigh.
Yeah,
and then she ends up with
running
the
away.
nanny.
It's like those 2 things don't work.
It's
It's poor writing.
But we get to meet the two kids. One of them is his aunt. The other one is his brother because the family
they talk about one's his dad's kid, one's his grandpa's kid, and he's just older than both of them. And it's like that's weird.
That's the.
But I mean, he's a good uncle, brother,
nephew.
Yeah,
he's a good family member taking the kids' day out.
Yeah, he likes them.
It's a fun loving out with the rich white guy. I mean, sometimes they like to have fun too.
But yeah, no, I mean, but this is one of those things where you see, like, I'd say it harkened back to Big.
Yeah,
where he's like acting goofy.
Yeah, he gets to be and then he gets, they wander into the shop around in the corner to go in for story time, and this is where the two of them meet.
Yep, first time.
He's hiding the fact that he's the conglomerate family.
The first time where he is privy to more information than Meg Ryan is. And he definitely hides it.
Yes, it's like that shame of, well, it's not really shame. It's like, I don't want to get in a fight. I'm out with my family.
Well, it is interesting because he always it's business, it's not personal. But it's like, but this is where we get that groundwork of like, you're not. It's like it is. Personal. That
you're going to put them out of business. There's nothing around it. But also, it also shows that, hey, there's a reason you're going out of business. These little stack of books cost $70 here, where it could cost $20 here. And if a family wants to buy them, they're going to go for the cheaper thing. It's that thing we've done. It's like, we don't want to shop at Amazon, and I will look at the local stores, but there's only so much inconvenience I am going to put up with.
Yeah, it's like if I can get twice as many books for $75, it's like it is that the power of the mighty dollar.
Yeah,
but no, his store finally opens, and you get to see the inside. It is it's Barnes and Noble.
It's a very nice Barnes and Noble. I mean, because this reminded me of like our favorite bookstore of Tattered Cover was very comfortable, very nice. But then it got priced out because of rent, and then we had to deal with Barnes and Nobles which weren't as nice.
No,
and then that got priced out by Amazon and the digital book fair.
But I mean, Meg Ryan, her sales go down like instantly.
Instantly, yeah.
And we do get a lot of little interludes, which I mean they're nice, where it's like people are saying, "Oh, we're going to help you out," and they really don't, and you just see that. As the time goes on, and I do appreciate this.
There are some great background time things.
There is. It's like it doesn't make a meal out of it. Like it is, almost a year in a life of.
Yes, yeah,
and it never shines a light like this, but
but we get like a children's book author saying, "I'm going to stand by you.
Yeah,
you do everything else." And then at Christmas
time,
she goes to the Fox because that's what business is.
That's business.
And there's a great one that I could just say because it's a background one of. One of the floral stores, you see the person helping people out is visibly pregnant, and then later on in like the spring, there's a little sign that says it's a girl. I mean,
I saw that it's a girl. I was like, okay.
There's these cute little things of the passage of time that it's like that's really
cute.
well done in the
good.
Background. It's not necessary, but it's well done.
But no. But we get the second meme where they both go to a party.
Yeah, the dinner party, and
it's like it's in my brain of what the '90s thought a quintessential New York
dinner party,
socialite party should be.
And Nora Ephron loves making references to a lot of her older movies, but I think this is her making a reference to Big, where he's eating all the caviar.
Yes.
Where in Big, he could not stand the caviar. So it's like, I don't know if that's true, but that's
what I'd like to think so.
But it's like, now Kathleen knows who Joe is.
Yep.
They have like a kind of face off. But what I love is like the two significant others of Greg Kinnear and and Tom Hanks's girlfriend. They kind of keep they try to back their partner, but their partners actually are connected on their own level.
And I have to appreciate Tom Hanks's non-verbal acting of where he has this like 1,000-yard stare.
Like, I want to be out of this conversation immediately.
Well, this is not the first time that I'm like, oh my God, she just won't stop.
She's talking.
But it's like, it's done well. And this is also the first time that The Godfather is referenced, which doesn't work for me.
No, but Tom Hanks is a giant Godfather aficionado, so that might be a reason why
I just feel like
movie.
And I'm not saying The Godfather is not a very important cinematic film.
They made
I think they make a bigger deal that people know The Godfather.
There's a possibility that for the people of the age in this movie, The Godfather is a bigger deal.
It could be.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a stupider movie that we just quote all the time.
It's like Marvel movies. It's like, no. We got to go, destroy the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, no, I understand what you mean.
But But yeah, no, they basically, and it does. This also lays out that they're not into their partners as much as
well, and this is like I could spell out the theme now, I guess, because it was established earlier on with Greg Kinnear at the beginning. Is he was great at listening to what Meg Ryan was saying, but he wasn't actually connecting to what she was saying.
Yeah,
so
I hear you, but I don't understand
but
you.
I'm going to do my own thing, and so she didn't feel like that connection, and that's why this online romance happened, is that they actually are connecting with someone,
whereas Tom Hanks is like doesn't listen to him at all.
Yeah, doesn't, and so it's like, neither of they're not getting any connection from their significant other or their family, and so this is why this romance exists at all.
Right, and this also shows where Tom Hanks basically ups the ante, saying, "Hey, do you want to meet?" And she kind of closes up the
and this is where because before, I think just because of computer angles, I'm sure if you knew the computers at the time, you would have already known this, but she's a Mac and he's a PC.
I did,
and that's like, oh, that's a Romeo and Juliet romance. But again, I love that. Back then Macs were the cheaper ones, and PCs were the conglomerate. And now
it's the cute little rainbow apple. So
yeah,
and they were so boxy. I'm looking
looking
at all the computers like, God, they're so boxy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get another music scene.
They keep running
into each other.
In a city of millions upon millions, they keep running into each other.
But we get a cash only line.
Yes,
which I guess it's to show he does like a little bit of cat and mouse. He likes to kind of poker, but also shows how
he's charming
he can be.
Yeah.
Rose does not like Meg Ryan.
No,
no one in that line likes Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan is ruining their New York kind of day. They have places to go.
I have to laugh because this is
the 2 Christmas parties.
It's like maybe we come from loveless families, but
we also came from a Jewish family.
But beyond that, but it's like I always see like people are always sitting around having recitals, singing these songs. I'm like, do people do that in real life?
Well, I remember when you invited me to your in-laws' Christmas parties, and you said, well, one's a little bit more low key, one's a little bit more gregarious. I went, so like the 2 parties in this movie? You went, yeah, kind of like the 2 parties in this movie.
Yes. But it's like, but never once did anyone say, hey, let's gather around the piano and sing songs that I have never heard.
But I'm just saying, one of those parties, if someone did, I would not have been out of place.
No.
So,
well, because it's like the Meg Ryan one, I'm like, what song are they singing? Are they making up their own
that is
song?
apparently a classic, group carol thing. Group, Jim's, where everyone plays, sings a instrument. But yeah. So
we're into Christmas.
We're not into Christmas. The author betrayed her, and then we get another old-fashioned way of communication is instant messenger.
Yes, now he's like, I see you're online now.
It's like, oh god, this is the texting of its day, because texting was costly.
Was like texting really wasn't a. It
wasn't a free. It wasn't
free. It was a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
and no one really did. So
but instant messenger was the way to go.
But the advice from him is to fight for your.
And more Godfather references.
Well, and so Meg Ryan goes on the offensive.
There's pickets, there's articles.
There's a media blitz. We get Tom Hanks at the gym with Dave Chappelle. We're saying, I didn't say that.
Yeah, they're taking him. They take the one snippet to make him.
And I'm like, here's the thing. It's like I'm assuming you've been in business long enough to realize
they're gonna do that.
They're gonna. Yeah, but there's also an interview with Frank where it's like it's also showing like he's talking about a VCR. I mean, this is like, well, you have a VCR so you can record the shows that you want to watch while you're out in the real world. It's this also it's like to show our age. It's like I remember the VCR stage, I remember the DVR stage, and now we're at a stage where like it doesn't matter because it's always there to push a button.
It's streaming all that. Yeah, Greg Kinnear is starting to have his pull back with flirting with the TV interviewer. And then they have their setup to meet up in the real world.
But this is the turn.
Yeah, this is the turn.
This is where Tom Hanks finds out her true identity.
Yes.
And I have to say, when the movie does this, when it allows Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan to just banter, it works.
Yes.
They do have good, kind of back and forth monologue.
Well, and before that, I do love Dave Chappelle messing with Tom Hanks. It's like, it's like you might like her. She's like, because she is Kathleen Kennedy. Or I did it to Kathleen Kelly. It's like, but it's like, this is a great moment. But this first cafe interchange, I was trying to figure out Tom Hanks's motivation as Joe, and I think he was actually testing the waters. Because I know he was needling her and still being mean.
Yeah.
But he hadn't actually decided to be in a relationship with her because he didn't know if she even liked him.
Yeah.
So I think that's what this interchange is him forcing, the issue to see, can this even happen?
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't go well for him because she takes his advice.
And she says something mean.
She says something mean. Yeah.
Which, I mean,
yeah.
And the Richter scale of meanness. I mean, maybe
it's
that
low,
lands harder, but I mean,
but she's a lovely person, so anything hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he leaves, and then everyone's sad. We have mopey scenes.
Yeah.
We have a
and I just a quick allude of all the people coming in asking, is that him?
Yeah.
I want to know where Opera Guy was going.
I know.
Is he
Opera
from
Guy has a story to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have a moment with all the coworkers saying like, why didn't he show? Why didn't he show?
Yeah. They afterwards explain the night, and then Joe
trying to figure out
how to email and explain it away.
I have to say, it bugged me back then. It bugs me now.
Yeah.
You can hold the delete button down.
Oh yeah,
you don't have to it's like, that's not how the delete button works.
But it's for dramatic impact. Yeah, but
he comes up with a heartfelt response.
Yeah, she closes the shop.
Yeah.
I do remember the final date between Kathleen and Greg Kinnear's character Nate.
Going to the movie theater
and then being shushed at the it's like
they're
going to the lobby. It's the let's go to the lobby music. You do not need to watch this part. But,
it's like these are the commercials before the commercials.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to. But yeah, they admit to each other that this relationship is going to happen.
I do have to laugh because this is also quintessentially 90s of saying, I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
And then like a scene later, it's like, wait, how long? It's like they had to go to the restaurant, get a table, sit down, order their wine. Okay, let's continue our conversation.
Yes.
But they come to the conclusion of that they're really, and it's like, this is
the most magnanimous,
breakup ever. I mean,
mutual breakup I've ever seen.
It reminds me of I broke up with myself in college.
Yeah.
To explain that, I was seeing, not seeing something. There was someone I was interested, and she wasn't interested in me, and I could tell that. And she was stumbling over her words, like, "Well, I don't." Like, listen. You don't want to be with me.
No.
There's someone else.
Yes.
It's okay. She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. We got things to do. Let's just move it along."
So I have my day's busy. Yeah,
but yeah, no, it is nice to kind of say like, "Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay." But then,
But then we get Kathleen at Fox's Books, and it shows the downside of the conglomerate.
Well, it proves her point.
It proves her point, yeah.
There's like, it is economical, but it's impersonal.
Yeah.
Like that person wouldn't ever find the book.
Yeah, the book's about the shoes where she is like, I know exactly what you want. I know exactly which one you should start with. And she is just distraught of like, it's the loss of her childhood, and it's the loss of her.
Well, and this does pay off later in a one-liner of saying they hired the Greg, the stoner guy, and he basically is whipping everyone into shape.
Yeah.
But we then have the elevator scene of this is how we get Tom Hanks out of his relationship.
Yeah. Again, where it's like everyone after being stuck in the elevator has that moment of I want to be with my mom, I want to be with my wife, those moments of connection, and he gets nothing. He even gets cut off.
Well, and it's like she is cartoonily evil. Like I'm yelling in the phone. It's like and it's like I get it because you need the audience to move along. Then we actually get the actual closing
of the story.
And this is I'm going to give an artistic complaint
of the ghost dance.
Yes. This is me personally.
Yes.
I think it was like showing the store closing. Because I'm a Hollywood screener, is if her last action was to go over and take the picture of her mom off the thing, hold it to her chest, go over, turn the look at the thing, turn the lights off, leave. I think is a lot better than having a very long drawn out twirling session with the ghost of Christmas past.
But
that's me.
Yeah, that's fine. And then the nerd in me says, "Hey, they were open for the answers to the life, the universe, and everything. They were open for 42 years."
I was like, "You spent money on that sign."
You did, yeah.
We also get
the foxes like to live on boats after they get after their breakup. So
I mean, this, like I said, this comes back to what I say is like, I'm surprised Tom Hanks can have a healthy relationship because his dad slept with all his nannies and he knew it. So I was like, he not only did you cheat on my mom, and ruin that and all these other things. It's like, it's like if this was not a comedy, this is like, I hate you.
Yeah, and because I caught it while watching it, that is a magic martini. He puts one olive in it, and then he puts that same olive in it again. And I was like, whoa, that's apparently right up front center.
This is for your English major. Is that an ironic nanny?
Yeah.
Is it he always cheats on the woman with the nanny? Is the woman he's with cheating on him with the nanny? Is that ironic?
It's an American irony, at least. It's comeuppance. It's a poetic justice, I guess, would be the more proper term.
But this also shows that Tom Hanks is now going to go on the offensive. This is, I guess, the third turn.
Yeah, this is what is interesting about this. This is the third act, and this is where he starts to woo her. But the thing is, he's already wooed her in the cyber world.
Well,
so now it's like I need to merge my cyber identity with my physical.
And this is the shortest part of the film.
It is.
This is done real quickly.
That's why I was shocked. Just like, wait, this is where we're starting. But he comes over while she's sick, gives her flowers.
Yep. And I'd say there is a very charming line here. And I think it's probably the most honest line of the film. Is like, she's like, why are you here? He goes, I want to be your friend.
Yeah.
And I think it is so charming in that moment.
And here's the thing of that moment of connection for her was she had already zinged him a couple times in that. And she's like, you don't deserve this. I'm sorry. I said that. She's going to do it for a third time. And he stops her.
Yeah.
It's like, before you say something that you're going to regret, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And she realized he listened to her, did something nice for her, even though she's been mean. And
it works out.
And it's like you can see that in her eyes. It was a great piece of acting that she's starting to turn and change her opinion of him. And here's the thing, there's always like a slight creep factor in a lot of rom-coms.
Yeah.
The slight creep factor in this is that he knows more than she does. And the thing is, that's so tame compared to other things. Like, our very first podcast was about time, where he used time travel to know more.
This is true. Well, this one is he's not using it
maliciously. He's trying,
and he's not using it strong.
No,
he
brought her daisies because she knew it was her favorite.
But he would have already known that because of the handkerchief.
That's true.
She says that.
Yeah.
But no, where he uses it for comic relief is in these next few scenes where he's playing both sides.
He's bad mouthing himself.
Yes,
because that's the thing of he's trying to make his in real world life look better, and he has to start downplaying his cyber identity. That is like that ideal partner that you don't know because you never have to see the bad side of them. So it's like I need to merge them.
And I'd say these scenes, if I would say we're harking back to a thing, are very Harry Met Sally.
They are.
When they're talking about his handle and stuff, and
and then she actually guesses it,
which I have to laugh at. That's not bad, but also because he gets kind of freaked out. It's like, how many 152s are in New York City?
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Yeah,
a clunky line.
Yeah.
Is the boat thing.
Yes.
It's like, I can't love anyone with a boat. Well, I can't love anyone. It's like, that just seems weird.
So he sets up a follow-up meetup.
Yeah, it's like,
but before that,
But I mean, they're like saying like, I think a good line is like, hey, we keep bumping into each other.
Do you want
to bump into me tomorrow? And, it's like, it's a very cute.
Yeah, they're setting up dates.
Line.
Yeah, and
I have to laugh is when they have this kind of thing set up.
Yeah.
Tom is walking her back to her
place.
He touches her shoulder, and I don't know why the director or Meg chose but she touches herself everywhere. Like she just kind of goes into a conniption fit. Like he's touching my shoulder. I was like, it drew that. Just one thing. Like Meg, control that hand. Control the hand, Meg.
But it's a nice final meeting in essence.
Well, it shows the dilemma.
The dilemma of you can forgive me for standing you up, but you can't forgive me for just
destroying your business.
But it's like for being
it's like
it is like it was personal you, but this is the real world.
It's like this is what I have to do. No, and I mean it, and it is a nice little conflict.
Moment. Yeah, and that she doesn't choose him at that moment. It's that like if only. And it's like if only, and she goes and goes to the place, and
the dog comes up.
The dog comes out, and he does his another reference. He does his half shoulder. What are you gonna do from Big? And she says she wanted to be him. It's like, okay, but this is definitely like one of those movies of after the happily ever after. I want some more conversations. So like, when did you know? Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
Well, how long have you been playing with
now I'm going to introduce you to my friends who know that I hate you, and this is going to be a problem.
There's a long time.
Like, this is going to be awkward for a while.
It's like, I hated him in the real world, but I loved him in the cyber world, and he's been playing with my emotions for at least like half a year.
It's like, are you okay, honey?
I was going to say, which worked better?
Yes.
Sleepless in Seattle or this?
The problem is I don't remember Sleepless in Seattle as much because I know I watched it once. and then here's the thing: I've seen this more, and I don't
Okay.
know why. I don't know if it's because more recent. I'm gonna say, for story wise, probably Sleepless in Seattle of the widower of Tom Hanks being intriguing to the engaged to someone else, Meg Ryan, is probably better. But
That's what I was like.
this is more fluff, I guess.
This is definitely. It's like, and I mean, both are good.
Yes,
both are dated in their own ways.
Right, yeah.
I feel like like we said with the creep factor, or like this doesn't work as well. I feel like it gets negated a little bit in the Sleepless in Seattle thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is like he's his own Cyrano.
That's true. That's true.
He through the email, he's giving advice that will lead to him, and that is kind of a creep factor. But it's not as like bad as, let's say, the time traveler's wife, where it's like, I'm gonna woo you when you're a child, so when you're an adult, you can be with me. It's like, that's a little weird.
It's like when you put that on paper, that sounds bad.
It's like, what?
What?
It's like, no, he went back in time and tried to have sex with his mom. Wait, what? What? What kind of movie is this?
But yeah, no, I was like, because I mean, they are very, 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 very similar.
Oh yeah, no,
in movies.
But as I said, like, I have rom-coms in my collection that I love. This is one of our parents, so this was like, I'm okay with this one. This is not what I love.
No.
But it is fine.
It is a rom-com of the time to show what people were into.
We're into, and I guess like his planning led to great effects, like a detective trying to find things in modern day.
He was like a detective trying to find things. There was
a zero effect of things going on. I couldn't do.
But we're going to one of my
this is one of your collections.
Favorite hidden gems.
Yes.
Is the Zero Effect.
Yeah.
A
neo-noir, maybe.
I mean,
it's comedy, mystery.
Well, I mean, because it's Bill Pullman.
And I don't know who the lady is offhand, and the guy from like Meet the Parents and things like that.
But it's like when we talk about it, it does the noir detective thing very differently.
Yes.
Where you know everything ahead of time and you work backwards.
Yes.
And so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So just like this is fun.
This is fun. So hopefully you watched You've Got Mail. We've been doing this for a year now. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Join us if you can find Zero Effect. I would suggest watching it because this is going to be a little bit more complicated to talk about.
Maybe.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
All right.
Bye. Stare at me and not help.
I don't know.
Ben Stiller. All you had to say was Ben Stiller.
I was like, I don't remember Robert De Niro in that.
Yeah.
That guy and that woman. We're professionals.
Yeah.
I got Bill Pullman. That was
those you got both. I didn't say Bill Paxton. That's good.
That's true. I didn't say. I was like, wait, is it Bill Paxton? Crap.
No, we have a true.